Everyone. Hey everyone, it's Ironheart here of the Ironheart Gaming Channel, and I have that itch. I have that urge. No, it is not about Blizzard anymore. It is not about World of Warcraft anymore. No, it's all about the Pokemans. Now, when I say Pokemans, I say that because I want to piss off a bunch of nerds out there. Haha. Because, yeah, why the fuck not? No, I'm kidding. I'm actually kidding. My favorite Pokemon, and I really like Pokemans. My favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh one that has the attack Yokai Watch that digivolves into the Charmander. Yeah, that's my favorite one. No, I'm actually kidding. I'm kidding. Don't please put your pitchforks down. Put your Zelda sword down. Hey, put that pot down. Do not throw that pot at me, sir. So, my my reasoning for this joke was to try to hit home a little bit on being offensive without actually being offensive. So, yeah. Now that that's out of the way, what the fuck is going on with the world? Alright, so Pokemon Go gets introduced into the world, and I thought this was just going to be like a minor, thing. Well, my mother shows up at my house at 12 o'clock at night trying to catch a Pidgey. My 50-some-year-old mother is playing this game and is driving around hunting Pokemon. God, that is terrifying. And it's one of those things where I understand the appeal, but it's really not that good. And oh my God, people are going to fucking kill me for saying this. But think about it. It's really not that good. You only have 150-some Pokemon. I believe it was less, actually, like 130. I haven't really played it a whole lot. There's no battling system. All the Pokemon are based around CP. They don't have any actual attacks. There's not a lot of strategy in it. Like, it's missing a lot of the core features that make Pokemon. And a lot of that's possibly because it's made by a cell phone company, Niantic, and not actually Game Freak, which is pretty sad, actually, when you think about it. I mean, they really should have let Game Freak handle it. I understand that they want to go with a company who's a little more experienced with this kind of thing. But, yeah, so you got that. And then you got a girl who went all stand by me. And she seen a dead body. Okay, so you have a woman who's out looking for Pokemon by the river, which is actually pretty smart, but in a way kind of dangerous. Keep that in mind, kids. If you are looking for Pokemon out by lakes and rivers and such because you know you're more likely to find water Pokemon, then please pay attention. And if this girl wouldn't have paid attention, she probably would have never been traumatized, but she was. So she finds this dead body, right? Yeah, that happened. I'll have links down below to videos and, articles talking about the things I'm discussing in this video. But isn't that fucking crazy? That Pokemon Girl, for all the feminists out there who want everything to be female. Oh yeah, I went there. But no, she finds this dead body, right? It's floating down the river. Police show up, and the first thing I'm thinking is fucking Ghastly's gonna pop up, or Buried Alive is just gonna like grab her into the lake and just pull her in, Friday the 13th style. Yeah, if you guys know what Buried Alive is, essentially it's a creepypasta character from the whole Lavender Town thing. I'm just thinking, like, as the body's flown by, all she starts hearing is deet 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 deet. Or however the Lavender Town tune goes. I can't really play it because I'm afraid of copyright. So yeah, but no, that's literally what I'm thinking. It's like the creepypastas are real. While searching for Pokemon, you may find. You know what'd be fucked up? What if there was a Ghastly right above the dead body? Or no, because I've seen like pictures. I know some people that had to have like photoshopped some of these, but I've seen pictures of like people on the toilet and there's like a Pidgey staring at them, or there was that one of like I believe it was a Pidgey, but I'm not sure, on the stripper's ass. Yeah, that ass so fine it had a Pidgey on it. That's all I gotta say. So, chick finds a dead body. They root it out to be natural causes. No one's concerned why there's just a random dead body floating down the river. I mean, I'd be investigating that a little bit more to, suspect foul play. But according to the law enforcement, there was no foul play involved. So I guess that's kind of a good thing. It's just a poor traumatized girl. But you know what? This has become common practice nowadays. Ever since Pokemon Go's came out, there's been people wrecking. There's been people not paying attention in the road. People driving with their phones out, hunting for Pokemon. I should know, my mother fucking did it. That's crazy. Even though I gotta give her credit, she did stop every time. It's not like she was driving and then going. So, you got that. And now here's the meat of the story. I actually thought about doing a parody of this, and somebody's probably going to take my idea and go ahead and do it anyway, which I really don't care. If you do it, more power to you. I'd laugh my ass off just watching it. I thought about doing a parody where do you have a group of people dressed up as Team Rocket chasing Pokemon Go members or players who are searching around? Because, I mean, let's be honest, they're not really paying attention anyway. But don't actually go do that to random people. Like, I mean, if this would have to be staged. I mean, keep that in mind. This would have to be staged. So, you got that. And then you have the real gangsta Team Rocket shit going on right now. You got these people who have used the brilliant idea. All right. In Pokemon Go, for those of you who don't know, who are, dead or possibly blind, maybe? I don't think the blind can play Pokemon. I guess with audio cues, possibly. But for those of you who don't know, right? In Pokemon Go, you have a GPS kind of setup. And then you have your little character, your little, NPC, which actually had some pretty good customization to it. He walks around the GPS, and, they tell you not to go into the roads and that kind of thing. But there's things known as Pokestops. And Pokestops are like, rare or famous statues or certain buildings that are well known. Just points of interest, so to say. Well, you would go to these points of interest and collect items. Now, I personally haven't had the chance to do that. I think it would be kind of cool, but sadly, my phone doesn't have service, so yeah. So, but you have these Pokestops, right? So what these people would do is they go to these Pokestops and they would use lures. Now, lures are items in the game. Now, when you're in the game, you can't actually see other players, but there's ways to detect if another player's near you with lures. And lures are like, they're like incense. They lure Pokemon into a certain spot, and then people will be like, holy shit, I want to catch this Charmander, and go to that spot, and they get their shit jacked. Yeah. Think about that, right? You got all these people running around with their high dollar phones, trying to catch their Pokebands, and then you got this one sick bastard just sitting there in a white van like, I see you. Come on, come get the Charmander. Come get the Charmander. So, that's a thing. And there was 3 people who were arrested for doing that very thing. And they were stealing their phones. Which is actually kind of brilliant. Criminals are always getting smarter. Every and every day. Although there's some shitheads, I'll tell you that. Because a lot of people who play that game are usually kids. I mean, everyone I've known that's played it has been a grown adult, but, there's a lot of kids that play it. And it's kind of screwed up to, take advantage of people like that. But, shit happens. So these 3 people get arrested for pulling this shit. And I'm just thinking it would be funny as hell to Photoshop. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a giant R right on their forehead. So, yeah, you'll see that at the end of the video. But, that happened. And then, here's the beautiful thing. These Pokestops, right? Well, a police station somehow ended up becoming a Pokestop. And they had to go out of their way to ask people, hey, we understand that we're a Pokestop, but can you please stay the fuck out? Because people are walking into the damn police station like, like they go into a jail cell and they're like, oh my god, it's a Machop! Like, motherfucker, you stepped in the wrong neighborhood, bitch. I ain't no fucking Pokemon. And he just throws a ball at him. Like, I choose you. But no, it's ridiculous. Like, who would have ever thought that such a very dumbed down, I understand the concept, but such a very dumbed down version of Pokemon would get so much fucking, oh my god, it is killing it. It is killing it. It's like if Chewbacca, no, if, I'm just thinking of, like, Tupac with, Chewbacca mixed together, but no, if it's like if Tupac came back to life and just started wiping the floor with all the rappers. It's something that's so unlikely, but, you know, you could see happening, and it's crazy. It's crazy to think that, you know, they make this game, and it's surprising how well it works with some phones. Like, some of the older phones and shit it works with, it does surprisingly well on. It's crazy. You know, you got all these people who are literally in their phone. My friend had told me a story, and I'm not going to give out his name, but I could say his first name. My friend David, right? My friend David's telling me a story about how he was on the military base one day, and all you see is people walking around the military base, like the fucking Air Force, walking around trying to catch Pokemon. It's like they're hunting harder than they did for Osama bin Laden for a fucking Charmander. That's crazy. Like, literally, if you made Osama bin Laden a fucking Pokemon, I guarantee you our military would find. No, I don't even think our military would find him. I think some random redneck would be like, I got me Osama bin Laden on my Pokemon Go. You know, $10 billion. Like, I could just see that. Like, somebody throws a Pokeball at him. He's like, I catch you. The only attack he has on his list is a rock ball. Oh, or no, explosion. I forgot. You know, I don't usually use that move because that's kind of screwed up in a way. But no, it's just crazy. This shit, like, you got people robbing people using Pokemon Go. Then you got people who are walking in the middle of the road and getting hit because of Pokemon Go. And you got chicks finding dead bodies because of Pokemon Go. And the thing is just killing it. It is on everybody's phones. It's on you know, I think if they could put it on TVs, it'd be up on everybody's TVs. It's like fucking Oprah came out. It's like, you get a Pokemon Go. You get a Pokemon Go. You get a Pokemon Go. And now you got businesses who could take advantage of this situation and be like, hey, you want a Mew? You want a Mew? I got Mews. And he could just be like, you come to my business and you get a Mew. You get a Mew. You get a Mew. You get a Mew. Salem, you get a Mew. No, it's freaking crazy. Like, all I'm saying is, if you guys want to play Pokemon Go, right, be very, very careful of your surroundings. Because, A, you'll either find a dead body, which actually, I'm not gonna lie, kind of sounds like a good time. I mean, hell, you know, I got a bit of necrophilia. You know, I'm kidding. I am kidding. But no, you know, you could either find a dead body. B, you get robbed by some asshole who's like, I'm gonna take your phone, bitch. I'm gonna take your Pokemon. I am Team Rocket in real life, motherfucker. B, or not B. C, you run out of traffic. Or D, like the last story I'm going to be covering, you get stabbed. So, some guy is playing Pokemon Go, right? Same setup, except he wasn't lured. Keep in mind, he wasn't lured. No one's playing Pokemon Go. But he's playing Pokemon Go, walks in the wrong neighborhood. I'm talking like Detroit, you know, red light district, like hooker on every corner, you know. So many hookers you would think it was a bait shop. So You have this guy walking in this bad neighborhood, right? Oh, wait a minute. There's another story that can tie into this, right? All right. He walks in a bad neighborhood, and some inconspicuous cat starts talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Meowth. This is Jesse and James, and we're gonna shank it a shank." It was like the fucking Pokey Shank Redemption, motherfuckers. So this guy gets his shit stabbed out of him because he fucking walked in the wrong damn neighborhood, not knowing what the fuck happened, and he take his phone. And all I'm thinking is just like, fucking Team Rocket just shanked a motherfucker. Like, they are not searching for Pikachu anymore. They are tired of Ash's shit. They are just gonna fucking take it. They are going to gut a motherfucker and take their Pokemon. It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy. And then here's a kicker, right? You get people who are just wandering in all these bad neighborhoods and shit. And that's sad and that's depressing. But for some fucking reason, everybody's going to church. Like, they're literally just lined up going to all these different churches and shit. Because apparently they're Pokestops. Well then, if you can't win them over with Christianity, let's get them devilish Pokemon and we'll work with Satan. Because, you know, a lot of Christians back in like the early 90s thought Pokemon was a work of the devil. It was a work of the devil. So that happened, and a lot more crazy shit's gonna happen. I'm just gonna say it now. Pokemon Go has started the apocalypse. It's like people have become the new lemmings. We're gonna walk in front of traffic. We're gonna find dead bodies. And this is just not going to end well for human society, other than the fact that population control might actually be a little bit of a benefit. You know what? That's a conspiracy. The government introduced Pokemon Go to the world for population control. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm kidding. You know what? I'm actually not going to go ahead and do that whole Team Rocket thing, because I feel like that would be a little immature. So, I'll just link the articles down below. If you guys want to check it out, just pay attention where you're going. And if you absolutely have to catch that Pidgey off the Sherper's ass, please be safe and understand your surroundings, and just don't be a dumbass and try not to get stabbed. That's the message of this video. I'm Ironheart. You guys be careful, and go catch them all, because I am out of here, bitch.